hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. Happy Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. Zach, Casey, how we doing?
Doing well. We made it to Wednesday. I yesterday thought it was Thursday. But I do feel like now I'm wearing orange. I'm recalibrated. I understand the way that time is moving again.
Moving too fast. It's like summer's here. I can't believe it's going to be like 4th of July next week.
I just said
It's
to
been a
someone,
busy,
I was
you know.
like, I can't believe it's the end of June. And then I was like, I literally say this every month. Like, there's not a single month that goes, I don't know, actually January goes slow. But most months I'm like,
Winter goes
oh,
slow, summer goes too fast.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm packing it in, trying to get as much as I can done before the leaves fall again.
Yeah.
How's the golf league going?
Golf league is tonight. I actually had to miss golf last week because I was on Antiques Roadshow.
What?
I didn't make like the cut to
Oh,
be on camera or anything. Well, I probably won't be on camera, but there were cameras rolling. But yeah, my mom, they came to Rochester and my mom got tickets and she won the raffle and she's like, let's go to Antiques Roadshow. So we brought some stuff to Antiques Roadshow and got to meet some of the Antiques Roadshow celebs and got our items, kind of evaluated. And yeah, it was a neat experience.
Well, you're back here, so you must not have found any like $1 million.
I brought
item.
a couple commemorative Buffalo Sabres swords. It's a hockey team in Buffalo, an NHL team that when they were inducted into the NHL, so they were from the 1970s. My brother-in-law's father had them sitting in the basement, and I was calling everybody. I'm like, "Do you guys have anything cool or old that I could bring?" And they were actually valued them at like $3,000 a piece. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, they weren't mine, so I came home, just and handed them back. And
right.
I got the experience though.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Speaking of good experience, HubSpot updates. Does that work?
Are we talking about what?
Sure.
Just the betas or in general?
Oh, well,
he's just trying to make a segue.
Yeah, it's flawless. We're gonna hit some of the updates from yesterday. Looks like we've got 6 here. Today we are aligned between Casey's screen and my screen, so that's a good start.
Makes me feel better.
New actions library. I like picking on the phrases that I have not seen before. This
That
is
one
one
was
of them.
Where I went to, so I'm glad.
New actions library, HubSpot CRM, workflows, and Shopify actions for your customer agent Look at that. We get to include one of Zach's favorites as well. What is it? The new Actions library replaces the single form setup experience with a searchable, filterable catalog of pre built CRM and Shopify actions organized by category.
Why does it matter? Customers no longer need to build and host API proxies or hand wire every field to connect to their HubSpot CRM or common integrations such as Spotify. Pre-built actions lower the activation bar significantly and help more customers reach the resolution rate improvements that action unlocks. I somehow got more confused as we went through this. I think.
So that's usually when we look at how it works. Have you you've done a lot of setup, Zach, when it says replaces single form setup experience, do you know exactly what it's talking about there? It's like a tool set that you could select for.
That's what I'm trying to kind of hone in on here. Is that it's like that the single, that and the API proxies.
Right. It's been moving so fast, so it
Yeah.
might be replacing a thing that has only been around for weeks. I think the only thing that comes to mind for me is be careful with the out of the box stuff.
Oh, I think it was more so in the setup for how you would configure that interaction, between the agent and the person.
Okay.
How you're gonna go set it up to go give it access to find certain data and bring it into the conversation or update properties and do so. It looks like, for example, for Shopify, if somebody was interacting with the agent and they were like, hey, I'm looking, I need to find my most recent order right now, order ID is automatically connected. You don't have to build all those individual connections to do that. So I think it's kind of just speeding this up a little bit and saying, hey, these are a lot of the frequently asked things or data that you would most likely want to connect. Click on it versus having to set it up manually for each one.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can you click on the first screenshot?
If you look at the second one too, I think illustrates what I was just talking about.
Yeah. Either of these. So what do I want to call out? And maybe this is different for these, but certainly be aware of. Usually with the out of the box integrations, especially on the commerce side, like Shopify, HubSpot can't know everybody's custom properties in every customer's custom properties. So these out of the box are very focused on the native properties from both systems, which for me, it's rare to find a setup that does not include a custom property of some sort. So the plug and play ability often, runs into challenges if you have a custom property that you depend on, and it's not easy to add it into the plug and play integration. So hopefully that's a little bit easier here. Either way, coming in to see how this stuff works and being able to set up these connections in this kind of way, I think is magnificent. Right? Especially when you have customer agent as a new layer to do testing and stuff without having to pay for conversations. There's so much opportunity for folks to understand how their systems can work a little bit better by just, going over and playing with customer agent now. So
there are two specific kind of cards on here, I think, that are the most interesting to me. It's the enroll visitor in workflow, the one in the middle there, and then the one in the bottom right, create CRM object. Those seem like you can do a lot just with those two right there. And everything else
Yeah.
seems to be more e-commerce, and like more support, more e-commerce-y related.
Right. It would be interesting. I'm super interested in that upper left one, custom API request. Like, how easy is that? Like, as easy as like, put the API address in this spot and hit the button. Like, very interested to see how that works.
I feel like we should get a couple folks together for like a little mini API workshop, and just kind of
Yeah.
break it. It's like, I feel like it seems intimidating to a lot of folks.
It is.
And it
Yeah.
kind of is a little bit, right? I mean, like, and it can be, I think, but with a couple tips and tricks on, what you can do today, I
Mhm.
think you could unlock a lot.
Yeah, that's a big part of the goal. You mentioned before we went live, Nico and I are doing a HubSpot Academy bootcamp in
Mhm.
July, kind of a 3-day
Mhm.
session just to unlock people from that perspective. Like, I'm not an API expert. The only reason I'm talking about APIs right now is because I get to use Cloud Code to help me manage these things.
Mhm.
Right. And trying to help people. I think July 14th, 15th, and 16th, from 9 a.m. Eastern to 10:30 a.m. So that would be one way. Like, if you want to understand how this stuff works a little bit better, it really helps if you're not a developer to just ask Claude to help you, understand and execute a lot of this stuff. Which kind of takes us to our next update, the HubSpot agent CLI.
That was the one that I went to first.
There we go. What is it? We've recently shared our vision for building an open ecosystem for the agent era. The premise is simple. AI agents should be able to run on HubSpot and to run HubSpot. We are extending the ability for agents to run HubSpot with the HubSpot Agent CLI. The HubSpot Agent CLI brings your HubSpot data and intelligence into OpenAI Codex, Cloud Cowork, or Cloud Code. You can use these agents to automate repetitive bulk and scheduled work, so the work happens on its own before you even get to your desk. The simplest way to think about it, take the questions you've been asking or the tasks you've been completing repeatedly in chat and automate them so you get more time back to do the work that matters. Zach, what could our different people be asking?
Would you like me to go through the examples here?
Yes, I would.
Chris is
Okay.
tired of talking.
I can read. Marketers can ask every Monday at 8 a.m. Find high fit contacts with no associated deal, no recent sales activity, or missing key enrichment fields. Then send RevOps a prioritized cleanup list with suggested next actions. Sales teams can ask, analyze recent call transcripts for talk time, competitor mentions, feedback, and prospect hesitation themes, then create a coaching and product feedback dashboard with transcript examples and links to the source calls. Cool. Support reps can ask, pull the last 5 tickets from this contact, summarize each resolution, and flag any recurring issue patterns. Customer success teams can ask, for my account review this week, summarize open deals, recent support activity, and last NPS score for each account in my book of business. And operations teams can ask, find duplicate or deprecated CRM properties where they're used across workflows, reports, and views, then review a cleanup plan to replace, remove, or reorder fields before applying changes.
Why does all of this matter? We're building a platform where agent infrastructure is a choice agents can make based on what's right for the workflow. An agent constrained to one infrastructure is less effective than it could be. Just as customers should have the freedom to choose the best tools for their business, agents should have the same. Optionality, that's that word, enables agents to choose the best infrastructure for their task at hand so they can operate most efficiently, whether they're running a scheduled automation, processing a bulk operation, or acting on a real-time signal. Reviewing pipeline, analyzing calls, consolidating tickets, and preparing follow-ups can be time-consuming. The Agent CLI gives agents a reliable way to automate that work in HubSpot with OpenAI, CloudX, Claude Cowork, or Claude Code, while keeping humans in control of what gets reviewed, previewed, and applied.
I just installed it. If anybody wants to see what it looks like.
Always.
Sure.
And also HubSpot. Let's lower the reading level here a little bit. Okay, we got two words that we got hung up on today. It was flowing until that. So eighth grade people, come on, like it's early.
It's early that we're reading these.
It's early, right?
It has been enlightening for me to find the words that I apparently don't know. Like, just like there's a handful.
I remember when I was a kid, like my parents bought me a dictionary and I read a lot and I was constantly looking up words, and I don't do that as much anymore. No, I should get back to that. All right, let's see here. Share screen, entire screen, this screen, share. Okay, can you see my Claude Cowork? There we go.
Sure
okay. So how does it work? So basically the first set of instructions here, copy and paste the following prompt into Cowork or Codex to install the Agent CLI. So I just copied and pasted that in there. And it said, I'll install the HubSpot Agent CLI in the workspace. It's installed, authenticating, blah, blah, blah. Installed, skills added. One step needs your authentication. Okay. Open your, okay. So let's click on this. And let's open this link over here on my other screen. And I'm going to connect my, is this for customer agent? Yeah, let's do the demo account.
Just like any other app we've ever authorized before.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's just kind of pull this over here.
Yep.
All right. So it's like, I don't think I've ever seen the list quite this long.
Yep. So similar to the scopes, like if you've ever set up a private key, like this is kind of what you're doing here, basically saying these are the things that you can access in HubSpot.
Yep.
And like a lot of like it can be confusing right now, where if you're using HubSpot MCP or the connector or now this or a key, a service key or private key that you've set up yourself. Like the private key that you set up yourself, if it's wide open, you've just checked every box, that's going to be the most access you have. And if you've been using that to interact with HubSpot, these, like the CLI and the MCP, will not give you as much access. So be aware that while this is like maybe like a safer, more secure and way that HubSpot is going to improve. Like the keys are very, like that's, developer land for us. Like we want HubSpot to be developing tools like this where they're going to maintain and manage and make sure it's secure and like all that stuff. Right. And they're developing this so quickly. So scopes are getting added like days and weeks. Like just know that like, and this is from my personal experience, because I use all of the HubSpot objects all the time, I run into these issues. And since they're both around in my system, it actually can confuse the agents on which
one to use, and
right?
To respond to.
And so, but this, I mean, how easy was that? Like the copy paste ability of all this stuff, right?
Let's connect it.
You connect it just like an app. You're going to bring your authentication code back in.
Let's copy that. Okay. And then we're going to basically just paste that in here and let it ride.
Yep. And like, I want to sit in these, examples that HubSpot gave us of things you might ask.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna. I should have connected. Actually, I should have connected this to my actual portal versus my demo portal, because then I could have actually said, analyze recent call transcripts or
right.
because I don't
Well,
have a lot of recent data in there.
the thing I want to call out, and another thing you'll learn if you join us at this boot camp, is that especially with HubSpot knowledge, like, and just like SaaS and RevOps and all this stuff in general, there's lots of training data that AI is trained on. And when I see every one of these questions, like every Monday at 8 a.m., find high fit contacts with no associated deal, no recent sales activity, or missing key enrichment fields, then send RevOps a prioritized cleanup list with suggested next actions. So we're going to use all this AI to create a list that would have been for humans, like to go do all this stuff. Guess what those humans are going to do? They're going to use AI too, right? And if you don't challenge AI in this way, which another way it does this is like, oh, it's going to take like weeks to get this done. It's like, yeah, if it were for humans, sure. But since you're AI, you're going to get it done in 10 minutes. If you ask it for use cases like this, it will draw on, oh, how would this have worked in a world where it's humans doing all the work? And it's going to, so if you ask for that, it's going to give you a nice report. Just know that, like, overcome the natural tendency to like, okay, this is another thing on my list that I've got to get done, and now I'm overwhelmed. It's like, no, thanks, AI. All right, AI, execute the list. Right. And I've had this advice for a long time, like as we're helping people understand like how process change in HubSpot can work. Like if you ever feel at any moment in time that what you're doing is tedious and you're doing it one at a time,
there's
like
a better way.
Something has gone wrong. Like something's not working right. Take a step back.
Yep. I tell clients that all the time. I'm like, listen, if you ever find yourself doing something one at a time and it's more than like a dozen, stop. Call me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Call the team. We have a better way to do this.
Right.
Let's not, have you wasting all of your, brain power on just copy paste, whatever you're doing,
And now you have Breeze Assistant right there to ask the same kind of question, right? So this is very cool, and there's so much opportunity. But our goal is to like just start the conversation. That's got to be, where you start. And when they do make it like this, like copy and paste, obviously, like if you're on a team, an organization, like we're all entrepreneurs with like 1, 2, 3 person shops, so we can just connect whatever, whenever, right? Understand the implications of that. Another reason why you like when HubSpot comes out with like official agent CLI apps like this, that's inherently going to be more secure than maybe, some of the other things you've been able to use in the past, where it's like, oh, whoever made the HubSpot MCP, like, cool, let's go download it and set it up. We've never heard of that person before. Right. So, get comfy because we're building a world for agents to be able to use HubSpot effectively.
Right. I mean, we talked about this, a long time ago when the agents and things started, coming onto the scene. People are going to start leveraging the actual platforms that, that they live in today less, and they're going to do more just here in Claude or GPT or whatever, right? Hey, HubSpot, update this. Hey, HubSpot, create that. Hey, HubSpot. Seeing it more and more.
Indeed.
More and more.
So maybe we'll let that work. And
that's just kind of running right now. We got a few more updates here.
You wanna get excited about reports and dashboards, Casey?
What's that one?
Column freezing?
Yeah.
That was. Look, these sound exciting. The one I'm most excited about. And especially once we read these, both of these, I was like,
right.
But this one, column freezing for pivot tables. Well, I can't.
What is it? just so you can know why you're going to ask Breeze Assistant instead of going to do it yourself. Pivot tables will now default to having columns frozen. This includes both the columns on the left-hand side of the pivot table and the totals columns on the right-hand side of the pivot table. This means that scrolling horizontally on the pivot table will always freeze and keep these columns in view.
Why does it matter? Pivot tables can have a lot of columns, and as you scroll horizontally, you can lose reference of the values you see, not knowing which values on the pivot table is tied to which column. This creates hard readability issues for pivot tables. With the columns frozen now, scrolling horizontally through the pivot tables should still allow for better readability and understanding of pivot tables. Pivot tables. I feel like I said that word
Yay.
a lot. Nice.
Why are you so excited about this?
Because prior to this, the pivot tables were hard to read because you wouldn't have the context. You love the word context, Chris. However, AI doesn't need to scroll, so less relevant for AI. But for humans, if you were scrolling on a pivot table, you would forget which column was which. I had less of a problem personally with like the side to side, but more when I was scrolling down, you would lose like the top, and then I'd be like, wait, what is? So excited.
It's the little things that matter for those
It
folks who
is.
are, using
Looking
a lot
at
of
pivot tables
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
fools.
Well, somebody was just like going just crazy on the HubSpot community about pivot table views. It must be, they
It's my
finally
alias. I
cracked
have my real
and then you have like just like the annoying agent that just peppers, the HubSpot team for updates on pivot tables and
when I
things
don't
like
want to
that.
get in trouble, but I still.
There you go. I like it. Diabolical.
Indeed. I'm seeing one that's on my side that is not.
You
on
said
your
we were
side.
aligned.
I thought we were. But I'm going to share because it's track 20 new company news signals in buyer intent.
Oh, that feels.
What was that one?
Do you have it there, or should I?
Track 20?
Share? I'm going to share.
That's one of the updates yesterday?
No, it's today.
Today.
They're trying to curate the updates experience, so we often see different things. And I'm in my Value First team portal. She's in the demo portal, which you'd think like one is fully unlocked, the other one is not. It's not how it works, apparently. We're not sure how it works. We've only been doing this for a year and a half, so please be patient.
That's kind of annoying, though.
It is.
It is.
And as someone that like regularly posts updates, constantly people are like, I don't see that one. And I'm like, says all hubs and tiers.
All right, HubSpot, I'm calling the stupid card on that one. Come on. Just make it transparent for everybody to see the same shit.
Yep.
Chris.
Track 20 news signals in buyer intent. What is it? 20 company news signals to track what your most important accounts are doing, right in your signals tab. We've expanded buyer intent news signal catalog to 20 signals spanning financial moves, leadership changes, corporate structure shifts, and competitive activity. Filter on them, segment with them, and trigger workflows off them like any other signal.
Why does it matter? A tracked account just raised a round, lost its VP of sales, or got named in a competitor's press release. Those are the moments outreach lands, and now your team sees them the moment they happen. 3 things you can start doing today. Catch financial inflection points when a tracked company goes public, reports earnings, takes on investments, or moves major assets. Reach out while the moment is fresh. Funding and growth news tells you budgets may be opening up. Sorry. I'm thinking about like how sleazy that outreach is. Like I'm just like envisioning the DM like saw saw you got funding, thought budgets might be opening up. Have you heard about me? Like, I don't know.
It
you're
is
gonna
it is a trigger.
I wish it were more direct. I wish it were more direct like that. Like
I mean,
sometimes.
yeah. If you think about like
Um,
different, these are trigger events that do open up things. But yeah, I guess if you were a sales rep and you just said, "Hey, what's up? I heard you guys got some money. Throw it this way." Like probably not the best converting approach there, but
I'm sure there's something better. You can also stay ahead of leadership changes, spot executive hires, departures, and retirements as they happen. Find your new champion before a competitor does, and catch the accounts losing the contact who championed you. See competitive and risk moments. Know when a competitor gets named, a lawsuit is filed, a partnership ends, or a client is lost. Each one is an opening for a save play or a competitive swing. The 20 signals. First financial, IPO, valuation update, earnings reports, revenue report, strategic investment, asset acquisition, and asset. Don't know that word.
Divestiture.
That was.
I can't even read it. It's too small on my screen right now, and I can't find it in my updates because I'm not special like Chris.
You also get leadership and team signals, executive promotion, executive departure, executive retirement, headcount increase, corporate structure, company spinoff, division spinoff, product integration, partnership ended, and lastly, competitive and risk, competitor identified, lawsuit filed, bankruptcy filing, client loss, company incident.
I got one that they didn't include in HubSpot. Come on. Can we get an agent to scan the obits? Like, let me know when someone dies. Like, that's the only thing you're missing is like if someone dies at a company.
Well, we
let me
got
know.
custom signals. Custom signals.
So you could do that. I mean, that's send flowers.
When a company
find
has
a new
people
champion
that die.
Yeah,
It
it happens. Hey, did you hear about Gary? What about Gary? Oh, Gary died. Like, oh, geez, that's horrible.
He was our champion.
Not for nothing, but I'm in the middle of a proposal right now, and like, who's the next guy in line?
Wow.
I'm just being a jerk. I'm not really serious about that, but it does,
Clip it, Zach.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I wanted to bring this up because this actually like reminded me of that the future is less dire than I thought it was going to be, because custom signals have been so powerful to set up and watch, and they're about to increase in price. They're about to be priced. They've been in beta, and when you understand what they do, the credit cost makes sense. But are teams willing to do the work to like really understand which ones they need versus which ones they don't? The same kind of teams that are just like, let's go to Zoom Info, let's go all these places, just buy all the data, right? This helps remind me that, okay, well, custom signals are going to start like HubSpot's not done like updating and improving and developing the product. As they see us get more use out of custom signals, they're going to have visibility over, oh man, these 100 customers, this custom signal here is pretty much the same across all these customers. Let's add it, to the usual like company signal mix. And now all of a sudden it doesn't cost extra. But yeah, have you seen these in action yet, Zach? Way that
I've been a little behind on some of my updates here. But,
well, it's hard. This is like, it's so different from the usual like inbound nurture scoring like setup. And the way I like to explain it, because you have to get to this kind of simplicity for people to understand the power, and not overthink it. And like, imagine you're at an event, a conference, and you just hear something said out loud, like 20 feet away, and you're like, oh, I want to be in that conversation right now. Like that's what these can be, right? And so, like, can we help teams? And so this data is already flowing into HubSpot. The challenge we've seen is like, can we just give that to sales? Like, we don't have to like do a bunch of scoring. We don't have to do a bunch of automation. It's like, how do we put this signal that sales said they want, like right in front of them so that they can go and like tag in on that conversation? It's been really cool.
Yeah.
To see.
It gives and it gives sales and marketing, I think, something else to consider when it comes to alignment, right? Because a lot of it used to be just kind of like, oh, marketing's sending out emails, sales is calling at the same time, we're sending mixed messages, or we're annoying prospects and customers. And then it got into, oh, we have marketing sending emails, and now we have sales doing sequences. Oh, let's make sure we're not overlapping there. Oh, now we have marketing doing emails and sales using the prospecting agent. All right. And so this is, I think, just another area for the teams to consider when it comes to alignment. Is like, okay, now we have these intent signals that are being given. Like, so when does what team can I have that baton, and who's running point, so you're not both hitting it at the same time? How do you work together with all of these tools and signals and automations now? It adds a lot more layers. There's a lot more to plan out and think about, and do make sure you're doing it the right way. Because when you do, then it's like you just unlocked a lot. But you can also, if you don't do it right, you can annoy people and cause some confusion. And so just something to think of.
Yep. There's a taste involved here, right? Just because you have the data doesn't mean you can go act on it immediately without some kind of filter. And that's why I look forward to watching Prospect Agent. Like, I don't know if it's set up yet, but Prospecting Agent is going to be able to act on these things, especially the custom signals, which is so powerful. And that's where, like, I expect AI to, when set up well, to be a little bit more consistent in knowing when to bring up a death in the family versus
you don't want sales and marketing sending a sympathy card at the same time,
right? Yeah.
You brought it back up. You brought me back in.
Yeah.
I quit. I just quit the show. I quit.
Hey, you only have me on here once a week. It's can't be that bad.
Right.
I'll tone it down for Casey. Let me just,
So how would you because like in a perfect world, like, to have gotten this signal without HubSpot's help, right? Like the strategy of go be online, go be on LinkedIn. So then you just see the post yourself, salesperson. And then when you see that post, you can interact in the comments, and bam, there's the conversation that you would have had like live at an event, like right there. Right. When, like, so that's the connection being made. And since we often aren't successful in getting sales teams to prioritize that, like, this is a way that marketing can help. But because it's still a social signal, right? The chances that an email or a call are going to work based on that social signal, pretty low. So putting the team in, and this is where it just changes the marketing resource required. Like, it's not just automated emails. It's like, can we put the salesperson, like, hey, here's where the comment happened. Here's what you can say in response to the comment. Here's why that's okay. Like, with people that it's like the publicness of it, right, is what can kind of get in the way. Like, how do you help teams like kind of put those pieces together? Because it really needs to be that simple.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like kind of like, hey, this company or this person at this company, they're talking about this topic, or somebody just announced this thing, whatever that conversation is happening. Here's your playbook for how you can interact and respond and add value and, build trust and, be a part of the community, and how sales and marketing can work together to kind of hone in on these signals
Hmm.
and, again, create that value. So that way, when that person decides, hey, I do have a problem and, oh, I am going to commit to finding a solution to this. Oh, here's this company that is kind of top of mind because they've been here as the voice in the back of my head, just constantly, helping me with these problems that I didn't even know about, really.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're right. Like if you just said, "Oh, I saw that you had this, you just acquired this company," you just
Hmm.
pick up the phone and call. A
Right.
lot lower
Like
chances.
we all love that pitch.
Yeah.
I saw you commented on this post on LinkedIn. That must mean we have all this stuff in common. Like, no, if you did see it, maybe you could have commented like back to me on LinkedIn. But I think like that's where when you think about where this stuff sits in HubSpot, like buyer intent and scoring, and now like most of the social activity is in the marketing space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marketing has to find a way to be like, no, we cannot do this for you. We cannot add this value, like, because we're marketing, right? If we were at the same event, like Zach's in sales, I'm in marketing,
You're at the booth
Zach,
and I'm running
Zach,
around like schmoozing.
right. And you hear the thing,
Mm-hmm.
we're like, hey, marketing, go figure out what that is. Like, and then maybe give them a brochure while you're over there.
Right.
And then maybe they'll come over to like, nope. It's like Zach, beeline, like
Yeah.
I'm in the conversation. And the way that it's been set up for years is not that digitally. And now it can be, right? It's that accessible with data in HubSpot. And we got to find ways to help teams like
Mm-hmm.
just cross that bridge.
Well, previously, like you'd have to do like this whole, post-show debrief, marketing and if you were doing it right, you guys would, everyone would get together and they would talk about what they learned and they talk about all, the challenges of the show and like, where the opportunities were and the conversations that were had, and they'd align on all this stuff and start, working together on the signals and, the campaigns and everything. And now it's like, it's the same concept, but it can happen in more real time, online versus in person too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a pleasure as always, Mr. Hussion. I hope you hit him well later today.
Yes, I'll be thinking about product updates while I'm out there.
I mean, it's probably a good Zen state to be in.
Yeah.
So appreciate you, and we will see you next week. For everybody else, we will see you tomorrow morning for another Orange Morning.
Thanks,
Have a great
guys.
day, everybody.